Hey everybody, it's Burner. Welcome back. Sorry for the delay, but I'm finally getting around to putting together this raid recap video of the most recent raid event we had that awarded 5-star characters to the top 10. If you've been sticking with my videos, you know that this was the one that I aimed to get a 5-star Rick with a medium drop. So I'm going to kind of go over some of the videos I took during the event. You can kind of tell it was older. Yeah, I hadn't figured out how to get rid of this stupid little icon down on the bottom left. So hopefully this will be the last video you ever have to see with that. But we'll go through it step by step. I'll kind of give you tips along the way, things that I did as a free to play player to really set myself up for success. And hopefully some of it will be ideas that you can take and use towards your own preparations for events to get your own 5-star. So let's jump into it. As you remember, this is the Jesus Strikes Back raid event. Top prize, as we're looking at it, number of 3 crates. One of them had Aiden and either some 4 or 5-star tokens, and the other had ultra rare gear. Obviously, the top prize was Jesus March to War. You can see very fast AR, Jesus' ambush, 500 damage to 1. All teammates regain 45%. Also with command specialist skill. Great tune, really great tune. So going into it, I knew that a lot of people were going to want this tune. As a free-to-play guy, you can only really jump after one of these first place prizes if A, you have a ton of resources stocked up, a lot of cans, a lot of coins. B, you have to have a lot of time because it is going to take a lot of time to compete with these guys. Unless you happen to be S plus, S plus plus already, you know, it is going to take a ridiculous amount of time to get the amount of raids you need to compete for a top prize like this. So you're going to need a lot of resources. You're going to need a lot of time. You need a free weekend or a few days where you don't have to work, you don't have to go to school, you don't have to see your girlfriend. You need a lot of you time, and you need to be able to not really sleep a lot because you're pretty much going to have to raid nearly 24/7 to put up with some of these top players that have all 5-star teams and can nearly auto raid a large portion of the matchups they get. Because of this, and partly because I'd just prior, a couple weeks gotten Vernon in a raid event, I was low on my raid cans and I didn't have a medium drop. And so when this Rick came up for a prize for 3 through 10 as a medium drop, there's a lot of places there. It's going to take a little bit less resources to get 3 through 10 than it is 1 or 2. I thought this was the perfect opportunity for me to put in some time and get a medium drop, help myself out a lot with farming, help my faction out a little bit by having, a leader up there that they can use every 8 hours to get that medium drop bonus. So now I'm going to jump to a video that I took, I think about midway through, and just sort of see the update on it. Hey everybody, just wanted to update you as I'm trying to get this medium drop Rick. As you see, I'm kind of still right here in the sweet spot between 3 and 10. Let's take a look at the trophies. I'm sitting in 7th right now, it's not too far away from 6th. The big thing is I just want to keep distance on 10th. You can see, it looks like, the 12 of us here, 3 through 12 really going to be fighting it out when it comes down to the end. So I want to leave myself a good buffer, maybe like 1,500 trophies is a good place I like to be because, at some point I got to get some sleep. I don't want to have to, turn down for the night and then wake up and find that, I'm sitting in 14th or anything like that and not have a chance to save it and finish in the top 10. I'll go ahead and stop that clip there because that's pretty much exactly what happened. I went to bed the night before, planned to wake up a little early just in case something like this happened. And when I woke up, I was in 12th, I think by like 300 or 400 points, or trophies rather. So I spent basically the last 2 hours of the event just non-stop raiding, trying to get back. I didn't let up off the gas even once I got into a safe spot, just because of how tight it was between 3 through 12. So let's go to the results. Welcome back, everybody. It's Burner, and I am happy to announce that it worked. You can see I finished in 7th here, 11,783 trophies. I'll take a look a little bit closer at the places, but as you can see, first place 28,000, second 21. Depending on your region, it might be higher, lower, whatever. Usually, depending on the age of the region. So the older region is, you tend to have higher scores at the very top end of things. One of the things you need to do if you're trying to plan a run on an event is know generally what score it's going to take to place. Uh, this time it took a little bit more just because people were after this character. Let's go take a look now. You can see we come down 3, 4, 5, pretty good gap, but 6 was at 11.8 just in front of me. And then if we scroll down a little further, 8, 9, 10th was at 11.5, and 12 as at 10.9. So there's only 900 points separating 6 through 12. It got really hairy there. I basically woke up and had to go nonstop to keep my place. Yeah, I ended up using a lot more resources than I thought I was going to need. You saw there 748 raid wins, so I went through a lot of cans and a lot of coins. But the best part of going on a run is collecting that reward. So there you see him right there, Rick sitting in the box. Also the mystery bags with who cares what else in them, you know, tokens and Aiden, and what's in the other one? Some ultra gear, yeah, ultra rare gear. But man, we're all about that, Rick. Let's take a peek. This is what we were after. Medium drop. And, I'm not kind of very worried about working them into my team. As I've said, recently I've been getting a lot of yellows, but up until now, my team hasn't been very yellow focused. So in order to use him, I'm going to have to work up a lot of different pieces. I wanted to end this video with just a look at my player profile from this raid event to talk about just trophies and team grade. As you can see, I was S1. Depending on your team grade, it will make it easier or harder to sort of place in one of these raid events. If you're S plus or S1 plus plus, you can take on a higher team grade enemy that's going to get you more trophies per win. It's possible to place with an A plus plus, but it's going to take more resources, and it's going to take more time. And the reasons are, you're going to get less trophies per round because your team's just not going to be good enough to take on S1 plus teams. And also, it's probably going to take you more rounds per raid to win, and it just sort of adds up. Like I said, I had 748 raid wins during this event, and that's a lot of time when you add it all up. Also, those trophies kind of add up. There's maybe one trophy difference between beating an S1 team and an S1 plus team, but over 748, that adds up to a lot of trophies that can really make a difference between placing and just barely missing out, which can be frustrating. I plan on putting together a video specifically about raid strategy for free-to-play players who want to make the most of their resources in the future. Maybe a series, but at least one video that just specifically talks about strategy. For now, I just kind of wanted to share this with you, show you guys that it's very possible for a free-to-play player with the proper preparation to not only get a 5-star from a raid event, but choose a 5-star that they want. Trust that they've prepared enough, and then just have the faith and hard work to follow through. I mean, it feels really good when it happens, guys. A lot of times, it is very tedious to, keep your preparations going, to fight the urge to use up a lot of your resources on other things. But man, nothing beats the payoff. Trust me, nothing beats the payoff. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. As always, if you have any specific questions about my preparation or any sort of strategic questions, just go ahead and comment below. Otherwise, just keep doing your thing, like, subscribe, pass it on. Hopefully this has been helpful. I love putting these together and just kind of talking with other guys that love the game. Until next time, I'm Burner.